WordPress comes in two varieties: free cloud hosting via WordPress.com and a self-hosted option that you can download from WordPress.org. Both run the same program and have the same basic features, but each have their advantages and disadvantages. Choosing what option is right for you is a matter of mapping out the needs of your site and where you want to take it in the future. The good thing is, whichever option you go for now does not have to be final. You can build a site on WordPress.com and then move it to a self-hosted solution down the road if need be, or you can build a site on a self-hosted solution now and move it to WordPress.com later. WordPress is incredibly flexible in all aspects, even when it comes to how it's hosted. So let's take a look at the features of WordPress.com and WordPress self-hosting side by side. WordPress.com is managed by a company called Automattic, which is owned by the guys that created WordPress to begin with. That means anything that happens on WordPress.com is managed by them, and any updates come from Automattic. WordPress.com lives in the cloud. Now, the cloud is this trend word that everyone uses. Basically, the cloud means that it just lives on the internet, usually on a distributed network of multiple servers. And for you as a user, that means that it's pretty fast, pretty secure, and if a server goes down for some reason, it doesn't mean that your website's just going to disappear off the internet in the process. Because WordPress.com is managed by Automattic, you have automatic maintenance. You don't have to worry about anything that happens there. All you have to worry about is your own content. However, because WordPress is owned by Automattic, there are content restrictions. Automattic won't let you publish anything you want. And of course, most of the stuff they don't allow you to publish really shouldn't be published anyway. But there are cases where you may want to do something on your website, like for instance, add Google Ads, that you just can't do. WordPress.com comes with a pre-configured theme library. In WordPress, a theme is what decides what your website looks like and how it behaves. In WordPress.com, you can only use the themes that come with WordPress.com. It's a large library, but it's limited, and you can't really make your own themes and redesign the website exactly to your liking. WordPress.com also has predefined functionality. When you hear people talk about WordPress, you hear a lot of talk about something called plugins. Well, in WordPress.com, there's no such thing as plugins. Plugins are small applications that you can add to WordPress self-hosting to add functionality. But in WordPress.com, you have the functionality that's available in the system, and that's it. They add on new functionality all the time, but you can't add them on your own. WordPress.com is pretty much a zero-hassle environment, which means all you have to care about is publishing your content. Automattic will do the rest of the hard work. And finally, WordPress.com allows you to import content from self-hosting and from other services. In fact, a lot of big blogging services have gone belly up as of late, and many of them have moved all their blogs over to WordPress.com. So it's a very rapidly growing platform, and there's a lot of good import-export functionality in there. So if you already own a blog somewhere else and you want to move to WordPress, it's easy to do. Now let's look at WordPress self-hosting for comparison. A self-hosted WordPress site is managed by you. That means that you're responsible for buying a hosting package or having a server up and running, and you have to keep up the maintenance of that server and pay whatever bills come with it. A WordPress self-hosted site is therefore also maintained by you. So if anything goes wrong, you're on the hook for it and you have to fix it yourself, or you have to hire someone else to do it. However, it's not all bad. Because it's managed by you, there are no content restrictions and you can do whatever you want. You can post any kind of content you want and it won't cost you anything extra, and you can add features like Google AdSense with no problems. WordPress self-hosting also allows you to install and use any theme. So for instance, my company makes advanced WordPress setups and websites for other companies. And what we do is we set up a WordPress self-hosted site, and then we create a custom theme just for that site that no one else has and that fits exactly what the user wants. Likewise, you can add new functionality to WordPress self-hosted sites through plugins and through functions. That means that though you don't get all the advanced features of WordPress.com, you can build even fancier features yourself, or you can find the same features in one of the millions of plugins available on the internet. Because WordPress as a self-hosted solution is self-hosted, you get all the hassle and all the control you want. That means things can go wrong and you're on the hook for them, but at the same time, you can really control what's going on your website and set it up exactly the way you want it to get the most out of it. And finally, just like with WordPress.com, WordPress self-hosting allows you to import and export content. So if you have a blog on WordPress.com already and you want to move to self-hosting, you can simply grab the content from the WordPress.com site and move it over to your self-hosted site and it'll work fine. And the same goes for Blogger and Tumblr and all these other websites too. These are just some of the differences between WordPress.com and WordPress as a self-hosted solution, but they should give you a general idea of the differences and both the benefits and the drawbacks of each solution. Deciding what option is best for you boils down to an assessment of what you need and what is available. But like I said, you can always switch around if you find that your original choice was not the right one. In this course, we'll focus on creating free websites or blogs using the service offered by WordPress.com. If you're interested in hosting WordPress on your own server or your own hosting plan for more control, you should go check out my other course, WordPress Essential Training, right here in the lynda.com online training library.